Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Bridget, and if you have clicked on this video, then there is a message here for you to receive today. So, I thought I would shuffle live and just open it up to spirit and to your spirit guides, guardians, and angels to see what is it they want you to know. What is it that they really want you to know at this time? What do you want this person to know? We'll start with one card. What do you want this person to know? Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. Let's get a clarifier on that, spirit. What do you want this person to know? Whoa. We got the Five of Pentacles to the Empress. Wow. So this is a major shift in your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-image, and ultimately in your abundance. Some of you could be having actually really major breakthroughs with your health, but I'm seeing all of you having major breakthroughs to do with your money and your abundance. This is like a huge energy shift. Like from the Five of Pentacles to the Empress, you basically can't get more opposite than that in the tarot. Like they are literally on opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of our experience of abundance. So what I'm seeing for you is that you're actually going to have a massive pendulum swing. And this is like a concept talked about in Law of Attraction where you can move from one like sort of end of the spectrum to another. And even though that might seem kind of crazy or like, how is that even possible? It actually is more likely than you think, because when you've like built up a lot of momentum on one side, the pendulum has swung to the other. There's sort of like this momentum that can almost bring it back to the other end of the spectrum. So I'm seeing that you have been experiencing some kind of poverty in some way or some area of your life. It could literally be financially, like not having enough. I'm seeing something about not having enough, not having enough. It could be money, it could be time, it could be health, not having enough energy, not having enough clarity. Or it could be like you just don't inherently feel like you are enough, kind of that inner core wound that we have to overcome as human beings around recognizing that we are enough. Every single person deals with it in their own way. This sort of like core energy of like coming home to their true self-worth. And that's what I see you're doing, but you're having like a major breakthrough with this. This is a pendulum swing. Like, this is huge. This is like seriously such a big deal. This is going to be very obvious and apparent in your life in the way that it manifests. You really can't get more opposite than this. So this could be like a major breakthrough in your finances or in your career. It could be like a windfall of money. Like it doesn't even have to be career, because it could actually just be money falling out of nowhere. Like you don't even know where this has come. This is like the energy of winning the lottery. This is like the energy from rags to riches. This is the energy from being broke to being a millionaire. Okay, this is the kind of energetic shift that I'm seeing. And I'm seeing that this hasn't come from nowhere. Like, as much as this might feel like, wow, this is so different, the energy's shifting so much, I feel like it was actually your destiny in this lifetime to experience this. It's actually always been your destiny in this lifetime to experience a huge amount of contrast. Because when we have contrast, we actually experience something. When something good comes in, when we have the contrast, it's like we have more enjoyment of it when it happens. You know, if you've ever, I don't know, like done a fast or something, and then when you have that first meal or like when you take in food again, it's like your taste buds are so alive and they can taste like every single thing, and it just feels like the best thing you've ever had because you have that contrast of not having had it. And once you have it, you kind of adapt to it. We adapt to it because we're like taking it in all the time, every day. So I'm seeing that it's like you actually, part of this is your destiny, and spirit kind of really wants you to know that it's your destiny to experience this Empress energy, which is like effortless abundance, which is like things coming to you like a magnet. Well, I'm seeing you being really super magnetic. Like I'm feeling energy in my heart space as I'm tuning in with your energy. And I feel like you've been going through a major clearing in your heart space. You may have had to end a lot of relationships, or you may have had to walk away from someone or something that was no longer in alignment for you. And that might have been really challenging. That might have brought up some of your deepest fears or some of your deepest wounds in order to kind of like address them and heal them. I'm not saying that this has been an easy path. I'm not saying that this has been easy for you, but Spirit's saying that it's part of your destiny to walk this path of contrast. It's part of your destiny. Like contrast, Spirit's saying like in duality, A lot of the time we resist duality because it's challenging and we just want to experience the good side of duality, which is totally fair enough. But Spirit's kind of showing me this from a different perspective where even though duality is hard, it also offers us contrast, which is actually such a gift because it can make us so grateful and like appreciate something at such a deep level. So you're about to have the contrast of your life, okay? The contrast of your life because you have cleared something away. Like you may have had to literally walk away from somebody because I'm feeling energy in the heart. So this feels like it could be about relational kind of energy. You had to walk away from something that was no longer serving you, no longer in alignment. You may have had to walk away from a job, a role, an identity, a group, a family, a pattern, a relationship, or you may have had to do this many times over, kind of like over and over and over again. You had to walk away, you had to walk away, you had to walk away. And I'm seeing you've gone through periods of this Five of Pentacles, which is like really feeling left out in the cold, feeling like not well, even in your body. You may have had physical symptoms, but I'm feeling all this energy in my heart space right now. And I'm seeing like this period of struggle and delay and like having to grieve. I'm feeling grief. Like I feel like a lot of you guys have been in the depths of grief or in the depths of healing really deep, really old wounds. Like really deep, really old wounds. And with the Five of Pentacles, this can even be wounds that are like ancestrally passed down through the lineage, because when things are passed down ancestrally, they often exist within our DNA. So I'm seeing that it's almost like you've been changing your DNA. Okay, you've been healing so that you can change your DNA. Epigenetics is totally possible. And you're coming into this Empress era of your life. Like I feel like you will be feeling like you are the Empress. You will be feeling like you are the embodiment of a divine being. And this is really just the beginning for you. Spirit wants you to know, like, this is just the beginning. Things haven't even started yet. Like, I feel like you're going to feel the contrast is so extreme. Like, the way I want to put it, okay, is the contrast is going to be so extreme that you're going to look back at this period in your life as one of your favorite times of your life because you had the shift, the pendulum swung. And then for the rest of your life, you're not going to have the same karmic patterns, the same karmic weight that you've been through during this period or since the beginning of your life. You're not going to have that. It's like when you, I don't know, if you were to cure some kind of illness that you were born with, or if you were to cure something that you didn't have. And that first period where you come out of that pain, of that sickness, of that suffering, it's like the best feeling ever. It feels like such a sacred miracle. And then over time, you sort of get on with life and other things start happening and, you start to live life and just go on with your time and focus on other things. But I'm just seeing this contrast. You're going to look back at it and be like, that was seriously one of my favorite times because of how different it was, because of what I went through and what I came into. Like if you were to win the lottery, this is the energy I'm feeling because it's such a huge pendulum swing, or have a major breakthrough in your career. The contrast from not having something to having it in abundance is going to feel so good. Or when you first meet someone, you first meet the love of your life, and it's like the best feeling ever. And you've just come from, really tough relationships that weren't fulfilling, and then you meet your soulmate. This is a major manifestation. Okay, this is a major manifestation. Spirit wants you to know about it. Spirit wants you to know. And Spirit, I think, also really wants you to understand that this Five of Pentacles energy that you've lived through, it was never meant to be forever. Okay, it was never meant to be forever. It was a period in your life and you wanted the contrast, okay? I don't really claim to fully understand this realm. Like, I really don't. There's so many mysteries. But Spirit's showing me about duality and Spirit's showing me about contrast and how we actually feel something like at such a deeper level when we have the contrast of not having had it. So even though I feel like once this thing comes in for you, it's going to kind of like mark the beginning of a new life. The Empress is about fertility and it's about new life. So it's like, I feel like you're going to go on and kind of get swept up in this new wave of living where you're going to have new opportunities available to you. You're going to have a lot of movement. I'm seeing your life having a lot of movement. Whereas here I'm seeing a lot of stuck energy. It's like things have been stuck and now they can flow. And during that, you're just going to kind of like get swept up, kind of get distracted, kind of living life, enjoying life, having so many things happening, so many opportunities that weren't available to you, that I'm seeing like in a future time, you're going to look back at this time when it first switched, when it first clicked over, when there was that first breakthrough, when there was that first sense of contrast. And you're going to be like, you know what? That was the best feeling. That was one of the best experiences that I've ever had. And it's going to be literally because of this contrast. Because moving forwards, you're just going to be in this Empress life, in this new fertile life where things grow. I'm seeing like things haven't been growing for you. Like there's been barren kind of land, barren soil. Like the soil hasn't had the nutrients it needs to grow new things. But that's all changing. You've done the work. You've done the work. You know, like when people get into like permaculture gardening, right? As an example, it's kind of what I'm being shown. And one of the first things you have to do is to like rebalance the soil, because a lot of the soil on the earth is like out of balance from different farming practices or different, chemicals in the air or whatever. So we have to like rebalance and remineralize and put nutrients back into the soil so that when you plant things, they can grow and they can grow in abundance. And that's the phase you've come from. Okay. You've been like remineralizing your soil for your growth. And it's been a lot of like work, kind of like without much to show for it with the Five of Pentacles. Like you've been working in the soils, but it hasn't been time to plant. And even if you had tried to plant, the soil didn't have the right properties, the right ingredients to kind of support that new life. Okay. But this has now changed, right? Empress energy. Look at that fertility. Look at that abundance in this card. Like there's just so much going on. See the fertility in this card, the amount of abundance represented in this card. There's just going to be a time, you're entering into a period in your life where you're going to be so distracted by your abundance. You're going to be so distracted by having new things available and being able to finally plant the seeds that you've been wanting to plant. I'm seeing that there's been things that you've been really wanting and you've had to surrender. You've had to surrender for a long time. It hasn't been the right time. It hasn't been the time for like things to really bloom, and now it is. Like this is about blossoming, blooming, fertility, new beginnings, growth, like new energies being available to you, and ultimately as well, new opportunities. I'm seeing you almost being distracted by the amount of opportunities. Spirit's almost saying to like remember to be in the present moment and appreciate and feel the gratitude for it. But yeah, I'm seeing again, you're going to look back at this time and the contrast of it and be like, wow, that was like one of my favorite times. I love that experience. That was an amazing experience. And it's going to totally shift your perception on what you've gone through. Like I'm seeing back of the deck here is the Hanged Man. It's like it's going to shift your perception on your life so far and on what you've gone through. And it's going to be like a very profoundly like spiritual experience. Yeah, it's going to be very profound for you, like a very sacred time. I'm seeing your heart exploding with energy. Especially take notice of any sensations you may be having in your heart, any extra feelings of sensitivity here, vulnerability, any patterns, final kind of purging of patterns around your self-worth or grief about relationships or dreams. You might be having a lot of dreams coming up that are kind of like processing things for you and helping you subconsciously to welcome in this new energy. I'm just seeing you being so distracted and like such a full life, like so much happening, just like a garden that's so full of life. There's so much growth. There's so much abundance. It's just going to, it's going to be very satisfying. And I'm seeing finally you feeling like full up, like the Five of Pentacles is kind of that feeling of like hunger, not having enough. See, they're like begging for food. But I'm seeing like the experience of having enough and abundance. Like I'm just seeing your heart overflowing. And this is a very pivotal destiny moment as well within your heart space. Because I'm seeing having your heart overflow in this way, it's going to lead you to taking action in your mission in some way. It's going to like really activate you in your mission. Like having this full up energy is going to make you super productive with your mission and what you've sort of come here to do. And for some reason, this was always part of the plan, okay? It just was. It's just how I'm being shown it. The contrast is a gift. All right, that is your reading. I'm sending you so much love on your path. And if you would like to check out my work, support me in any way, then I actually have a heart chakra light language healing called Open to Love on my store. I just released it. It was a really powerful, deep one. If you would like some extra energetic support, then I will link it down below. And I would really recommend it. Yeah, keep like, keep a lookout for any sensations in your heart space as signs that this is really about to take place. And yeah, I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.